part 2 of how to really invest in gold and silver. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching Yankee Stacking. I really hope you watched part 1 of my video. If you didn't, it's going to be right up there. Check it out. In fact, I would stop this video, go back and watch that one before you watch this one, okay? But thank you for joining. I'm so glad to have you here. I've been so jacked to do this video for you. And last time I started to make the case for at least some investment in gold and silver mining stocks, especially, in your 401k for retirement. Make sure, I should probably give you another quick little disclaimer. I'm not a professional financial advisor. Please be very, very careful. This is just for fun, and I hope you get something out of this. All right, do your own research. As you might know, gold is up 50% over the past 4 years. But did you know that gold stocks have beaten the S&P 500 during those 4 years? I didn't till I started researching it. And did you know that gold stocks beat the S&P last year in 2019? And they beat it in 2018? And the last time gold was on the move while gold stocks kind of languished a bit, like this chart shows, was back in January 2000. Some of you millennials might not recognize that time from an investing standpoint, January 2000, but that was the bottom of the gold bear market and the absolute top of the NASDAQ bubble, okay? So this is a great contrarian indicator, folks, and I'm a contrarian investor. I think we're poised to take off soon with precious metals mining stocks. So I ended the last video. I said I would show you how major and junior mining stocks can make you 2 times or 3 times or 5 times or whatever, a lot more for your investment. And I'm going to show you that right now. Let's just say that gold is $1,600 an ounce. I think right now, as of recording this video, it's over that. I don't know, $1,640 some dollars, whatever. So let's say it's $1,600 an ounce. Okay, and let's also say that a gold mining company can effectively mine their gold at a cost of $1,400 per ounce. Okay, so $1,600 an ounce for gold spot price and $1,400 that a mining company can effectively pull the gold out of the ground. So that's their what we called the all-in sustaining costs, or AISC, per ounce. So the purpose of this admittedly simplistic example, this mining company makes $200 per ounce in profit at current prices. All right. Now, if gold drops to $1,400 an ounce, this company's profits, that's it. They're gone. All right. They don't make any profit. That's when it can get dicey, folks, for those juniors. That's when they can go belly up quite easily. All right. But if gold goes up to, say, $1,800 an ounce, their profit doubles to $400, even though gold prices have only increased by 12.5%. From $1,600 to $1,800, okay? So if gold goes even higher, let's say it hits $2,000 an ounce, that's a $600 per ounce profit, or 3 times what the miners made when gold was at $1,600 per ounce. Isn't that amazing? See how that works? See how fast that can shoot up on us? And just in case you think that $2,000 an ounce is just not realistic, I just read an article that showed a Citicorp analyst calling for $2,000 an ounce in just 1 to 2 years. All right, so that's a big bank calling for that, and I think it's quite likely we'll see that in a couple of years. So just imagine a 3 times return on investment in your 401k. Okay. Now, all right, before we start throwing money into the majors and junior mining stocks, I need to tell you about the third type of mining company to consider investing in. This final category of mining stocks is where I want my money in right now. Okay, not all of it, of course, just $10,000 I'm going to invest. And it is royalty streaming companies. So rather than operating mines themselves, like the majors and the juniors, royalty streaming companies finance the mines, okay? They provide the cash up front to develop the mine. They're the bank, if you will, for the mining companies. And in exchange for this financing, they get a piece of the action once a mine becomes operational. Either they get a percentage of the mining output, or they can buy a certain amount of gold and silver from the mines, way below market prices. It's a super sweet deal for these guys, all right? And it's also a great deal for the mining companies themselves. Man, miners love to get money from these royalty streaming companies because if they just get a regular loan, they're stuck with it, no matter what the price of gold and silver does. All right, it can go up, down, doesn't matter. They're stuck. But by getting money in exchange for a royalty streaming deal, their debt is tied to the price of the metal they're mining. Okay? In other words, it's like their debt goes up and down with the price of the metal and with their profits. So it's less risky for them. It helps the majors and juniors hedge their debt. Okay. Now, what about you and me? All right, investors. What does this matter to us? Okay. These streaming royalty companies are less risky. All right. They're just a less risky way to make money compared to the actual miners. Okay. They have a sizable chunk of the profitable upside of the miners themselves, but with much less downside risk. All right. And unlike miners, royalty and streaming companies have actually historically outperformed the price of precious metals. All right. Check out Royal Gold's performance right here. Whoa, pretty good, huh? And they were actually paying dividends during this time. Okay, so the profit was even higher than what you're seeing on this chart. All right, that's Royal Gold. It's one of the big 3 streaming royalty companies out there. And frankly, it hasn't even been the highest performing one of those big 3. The other 2, all right, are Wheaton Precious Metals and Franco-Nevada. All right, now that last one, Franco-Nevada, it's one of the best performing gold stocks in history. All right. They gave investors like around, I think it was 400% returns since they had their IPO like a decade ago. All right. And they've dramatically outperformed the price of gold during that time. And again, that doesn't even include their dividends. Check out the chart. Whoa, they're doing great. Now, of course, the trade-off is you're probably not going to get uber explosive growth that you would get with a mining company, a true mining company, like a junior, especially juniors, all right? But that's okay with me, all right? Like I said, my time horizon is short, and I'm getting on in years. I do have some risk tolerance here, but not a lot. So that really interests me, or Franco-Nevada, actually, I should say, interests me a lot. And by the way, they happen to be debt-free. Love that. Okay, so these 3 have the largest portfolios of all the active royalty streaming companies. All right, but there are a bunch of smaller up-and-comers worth checking out as well. There's Osisko Gold Royalties, Sandstorm Gold, Metalla Royalty and Streaming, and Mavericks Metals. All right, these are quite a bit younger and have more money lent out to mining companies that are under development. Okay, so they're obviously a bit riskier. Not as risky as juniors most of the time, but definitely not as safe as the big ones like Franco-Nevada. However, if their investments work out, these small ones, their potential upside is huge. Okay, of the 4 of those little ones, those little streaming royalty companies that I mentioned, I like Sandstorm Gold the best. Also debt-free. A big plus for me, as I mentioned before. Sandstorm holds a huge stake in the Hot Maiden Gold Development Project in Turkey. This development project is expected to be one of the most profitable gold mines in the world when it goes into production, I think sometime in 2022. And even if you assume that gold prices stay flat, all right, they don't go up, just flat. Trump gets reelected, the dollar stays strong, the faux economy stays on life support with regular Fed injections, whatever. Even if the gold price doesn't rise, the Hot Maiden mine is expected to nearly double Sandstorm's cash flows when it comes online. Double. Wow. That sounds really good to me. Now, of course, there's some risk, obviously, with Sandstorm. They're very concentrated in this Turkish mine, all right? So, depending on how this operation goes, we're most likely going to see some exaggerated impact, right? Either positive or negative on Sandstorm stock. So remember that, all right? It's all about risk and reward, people. So let's talk about an investment strategy, okay, with mining stocks. I talked to SoCal Silver, that gentleman in our community that I really learned a lot from. He's someone far more educated with mining stocks than I am. And he believes that very soon we may hear stockbrokers or analysts just completely trumpeting gold mining stocks. Ooh, it'll be the hottest thing, right? It's going to be a race into these stocks because all the shows, television shows, all the financial shows are going to be saying, "Oh my word, these are hot, get in." And that's, going to cause a shift. People are going to say, I'm going to sell these stocks and get into gold mining stocks or gold and silver mining stocks. And where the herd will probably go is into gold and mining stock ETFs. All right, ETFs. That's where they're first going to go, or so does SoCal Silver think. And the 2 most popular are GDX and GDXJ. The first index is primarily about majors, and the second juniors, hence the J. Okay, that's how you can remember it. And what SoCal Silver's strategy is, as he tells me, is that when he sees the ETFs start to pop, okay, when people are shifting their investments in their IRAs, 401ks, wherever, into these gold mining ETFs, he plans on selling his majors and buying into the juniors in order to get in on that price pop. All right. He'll do this when it hits some price target that he has set for himself. All right. Which is a good idea to do. So with that strategy, he might even be able to exchange like 2 majors with 6 or more juniors. All right. Sell out of the majors as it starts to go and jump into the juniors. All right. Get ahead of the explosive rise in price. With that strategy, he's hoping for a 10-bagger, a 10 times his investment in a relatively short period of time. That would be amazing. Of course, it's predicated largely on a rise in the price of gold and silver, something that, again, I strongly believe we're going to see in a few years. Now, at this point, I just feel compelled to say again, be careful. Gold miners are known for their ability to over-leverage, speculate wildly, destroy their capital. Okay, this type of major junior mining strategy takes a long time to learn. I'm no expert. I'm just giving you what SoCal Silver says that he's going to do. He also recommended some really cool ways to gain some of that knowledge. He gave me a YouTube channel called Mining Stock Education with a guy named Bill Powers. He gave me a website. It's called Exploration Insights. It's a newsletter, I think, about juniors. Another newsletter that he subscribes to and likes is Junior Miner Junkie. I think that's what it's called, Junior Miner Junkie, and it's run by a guy named David Erfel. So I'll include these and other links in the description below. And if you have a few places that have helped you, a few sites online, maybe a YouTube channel that I and others in our great community can learn more about how to invest in mining stocks, please let me know right down there in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. So again, what is Yankee gonna do? Well, I'm heeding the advice of Ray Dalio, the head of the largest hedge fund in the world. He recently said that mining stocks could be the best investment over the next 2 to 3 years. I'm going to invest $8,000 of my self-directed IRA in 1 or 2 streaming royalty companies, okay? And $2,000 in a major, okay? And we'll see what happens. I'll chronicle it right here on my channel, Yankee Stacking. I'll be upfront and honest. I'll let you know over the months and years ahead whether I make money or I lose money. But again, this is my way of really investing in gold and silver. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. I've learned a lot, and I really would appreciate it if you, again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. Frankly, I'm amazed at how many people watch my videos and are not subscribed to my channel. Well, maybe I haven't earned it, but, I really would appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope, as always, your day is A-OK.